All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down a new tool called X-Engage, and it promises to help you whip up smart, engaging replies on X pretty much instantly.
So, let me just ask you this. Do you ever find yourself just staring at your X feed, feeling that pressure to reply and engage, but you're either fresh out of time or your brain is just blanking on what to say? Yeah, it's a super common feeling, and that's exactly what we're digging into today.
Okay, so this brings us right to the heart of the matter, the X engagement challenge. Look, the modern reality of X is kind of simple, right? Engagement equals visibility. If you're not interacting, you're pretty much invisible.
You see, the platform's algorithm is literally built to reward active participation. It gives a boost to accounts that are always part of the conversation. But that's the real trick, isn't it? Consistently coming up with meaningful replies is a massive hurdle for so many people. Creators, professionals, you name it.
So you're probably thinking, well, just use AI, obviously. And yeah, that seems like the logical fix. But here's the thing, not all AI tools are made equal. In fact, a lot of the options out there have some pretty major drawbacks that can really hold you back.
And this is where things get really interesting. Just look at this comparison. Most tools out there lock you into these expensive monthly subscriptions. They control how much AI you can use, and they even store your data. X-Engage just completely flips that whole model on its head. We're talking a one-time payment which gives you total control over your costs, your data, and your privacy.
Okay, so how does this thing actually work? Well, the whole philosophy behind it is simple. Put the power back where it belongs, in your hands. And you'll see the setup is surprisingly easy. Getting started is honestly ridiculously fast. We're talking less than 2 minutes. Seriously. First, you get a free API key from a service called OpenRouter. Second, you install the Chrome extension. And third, you just paste that key right into the extension. That's it. You're good to go.
The pricing is also built on this one-time purchase idea. For a limited time, the basic plan is only $9. But here's the key part, the thing you have to notice. Both the free and the basic plans have 0 recurring AI fees when you use the free models. That's a fundamentally different approach.
And yep, this really is the core value proposition for most people. $0. After that one little purchase for the basic plan, your ongoing AI usage can cost you absolutely nothing. That's a complete game changer when you compare it to a typical monthly subscription.
And this is so crucial. This model is built with your privacy as the #1 priority. Your API key, your tweets, your settings, all of it is stored locally, right in your own browser. The creators of the tool never see your data, and nothing is ever posted automatically. You are always in full control.
Okay, so we've seen how it works, we get the cost, but who would actually get the most value out of a tool like this? Let's walk through a few real-world examples.
First up, we've got content creators. For them, community is absolutely everything, and that means being in a constant state of engagement.
I mean, this is where a tool like this becomes a massive time saver. Imagine a creator who can suddenly reply to 10 times more people. And by using customizable personas, they can make sure that all those AI-assisted replies still sound authentic, still sound like them.
Next up, let's talk about brands and marketers. Their big goal is usually to increase visibility and build trust, but in a way that doesn't feel like a pushy ad.
This lets them use replies as these little subtle touch points. So instead of shoving ads in your face, they can join relevant conversations, add some value, and build awareness organically. It's really about being part of the community, not just trying to sell to it. And finally, let's think about professionals and thought leaders. For them, the whole game is about establishing their expertise and building a personal brand in their field.
For these folks, time is money. A tool like this lets them quickly share their expertise with real clarity and keep that authoritative tone, saving them hours while they consistently build their professional reputation, one insightful reply at a time.
So when you put all of this together, the pricing model, the focus on privacy, all the use cases, it really all comes down to a few core principles. It's about putting you, the user, back in control.
It all boils down to these 3 pillars. First, privacy. You have absolute control because your data and keys never leave your device. Second, cost control. A one-time payment puts you in charge of your spending. And third, and this might be the most important, authenticity. The AI is there to assist you, to help you find the words, but never to replace your unique voice.
And all of this leaves us with a final, pretty big thought to consider. As powerful tools like this become more and more common, the real question for all of us is going to be finding that perfect balance, right? How do we use AI for efficiency while making sure our communication stays truly, authentically human?